almighty, all-powerful, Ishtar of Nineveh, sublime Mother Goddess, we enter your heavenly house with prayers and offerings. We give you thanks and praise, O glorious and terrible Ishtar, for the greatness of your majesty that you have poured out upon your city of Nineveh.
Taken, Phelan? No, I have not. It was a matter of your personal integrity, I think is that correct.
When you're on in New York at night, in the winter, there's mystery, there's something, there's danger in the air.
Swallowed by the sea monster, which means the matrix, the dream, the system, the motherfucking.
Yo, swallowed by the sea monster, fabricated fairy tales. Aggravated fans want their money back from sales. They fail to understand the type of shit you mumbling, the type of shit that got the youth asleep and suffering. I do my best to give it to you raw without the filler. I will never rest, forever fill a mic with facts and kill the negativity, meant to be a messenger. Never see me stressing over garbage that they sending you. Regardless, I'ma win in the game of vultures flying over. In a state of shock when I was told that hip-hop was taken over by the corporations, making money or payola records at the station. Fuck Funk Flex, not for talking about Pac. He got the same records playing every day and night. Giving props to the talent in the underground, cause we don't have the money to be spending on these fucking clowns.
Getting that payola under the motherfucking table, son. That's what I'm saying, man. And it's like, yo,
right under our motherfucking noses, we the sheep. Sheeps in wolf clothing trying to motherfucking attack us when we still the same motherfucking person, man. We all one. Hey yo, I'm talking about the A&Rs that Jizza was referring to. Scriptures that were tainted when they painted what was black and blue. The pain that I bring so you'll relate to it. The game they only win because they ain't students. Whatever happened to the teachers when they used to reach us? Whatever happened to supporters, yo, they used to need us. I remember golden era times. We used to listen to the spoken deeper than the mind. We used to listen to the written letters that were never skipping. Back when Nasty Nas was representing streets within them. When G-Rap was telling stories from the underground. Before me, they laid it down. Yo, we praise the sound.
fabricated fairy tales. Aggravated fans want their money back from sales. They fail to understand the type of shit you mumbling, the type of shit that got the youth asleep and suffering. Fabricated fairy tales. Aggravated fans want their money back from sales. They fail to understand the type of shit you mumbling, the type of shit that got the youth asleep and suffering. Fabricated fairy tales.
Jonah.
Who is it?
Do I really have to tell you who I am? Do I?
Oh. Well, what do you want with me, O Lord God?
I have chosen you to be my prophet.
You put a heavy responsibility on me. What message am I to take to my people?
The message is not for your people.
Speak, 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 word, speak, 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 speak. speaks.
Homeless child on the street, no food to eat. Makes me think about the times I complain. See clothes on my back, got a roof on my head, got some food in the fridge and a bed so I rest. Sometimes I feel ungrateful, stepping over winos. Yeah, I know, a middle class man, yet I still see the poverty. Sold a couple records on my Bandcamp probably. I had enough dough to get a pizza and a drink. Son's with my mom cause I can't afford to bring him into my life. Plus depression is controlling me, holding me back from the life that I'm supposed to be. Living as a man, his mom passed away. Hey yo, it's hard to exist in this world full of misery. That's why my raps sound like I'm losing my ability to express what is good when everything is bad. I don't mean to sound negative, but negative was passed down from my pop to the seed that you hear now. My mom tries to make me smile. What can you do when there's wars in the world? Sometimes I wonder if it's worth it, but I stay searching just to find a meaning. I never find the answer. My pop's OD, my grandma died of cancer. So how you gonna tell me to be positive when everything around me is dying, but I got to live? I know y'all motherfuckers don't wanna live. You gotta give your all every day so the compass is take us to a better place where we never facing hell.
You heard all this, you as a human being. Why don't you change? What prevents you?
They've got gods of their own, and plenty of them. Nasty heathen gods with claws and wings and horns. I'd rather go to sea. No! Why should it matter to you what happens to Nineveh? It certainly doesn't matter to me.
Hey yo, forfeit your metaphors, raw how I set it off. Gorgeous on the mic with a bad cough. My hand taught when I write, never hand off. Never land on fours, man, so I stand tall. Blackball by the game, never trash talk. Can't y'all see I never ball with a bad score? Quarter man before I shoot when the gat draw. Pass the loot plus your boots before I clap y'all. The black swore, my pen ink doesn't run, never has law. Crack laws when I break them up in half. You're up against a giant shaking land with the man force. Of course I'm a future with no mask off. Using fake meat doing when the mask on. Every tune man fly like a black hawk. The early bird gets the worms, watch. I'ma smoke y'all. Don't talk to the God like you know y'all. Don't talk to the devil, got a blowtorch. I might blow out the speakers when the flow pour. Oh, you're not ready when I show off. The skills stay heavy like a snowfall. Closed doors at the lab when I roll chore. Dope shit that I wrote so you quote more. Soloist MC until my foes fall. They retreat over beats, got a low score. Know the deep shit I wrote make the soul soar. To the height of the moon when I go north. Dope floor so the ice if you throw soft. Protect those necks at a low cost. Don't force, so of course I expose y'all. It takes time for the karma to approach y'all. The black swore, my pen ink doesn't run, never has law. Crack laws when I break them up in half. You're up against a giant shaking land with the man force. The black swore, my pen ink doesn't run, never has law. Crack laws when I break them up in half. You're up against a giant shaking land with the man force.
In my distress, I called to the Lord.
Who is this man?
Life is but a dream on this mainstream canopy. Smoke screens only seen through the fallacy. scenes of your life play gradually when I hold you upside down for the balcony. Shook night on the mic, you gon' get the chair. Good night, close your eyes, the Grim Reaper's here. Shout the Leafs ain't dead for supporting this break bread. Rise like yeast, getting warm with it. Fortunate to rhyme ever since the orphanage. Ever since standing online waiting as a kid. Sip the juice, got enough to go around here. Rockin' playing loud on my lounge chair. Before the crowds heard the sound clear, I was paying mad dues that amount to years. Here's a little jewel for your ears. Here's a little jewel for my peers. Dropping them jewels for the real. Here's a little jewel y'all can feel. Here's a little jewel for your ears. Drop a little jewels for my peers. Rest in peace to Sean Price, he was ill with it. Shout to Illa Dutch for keeping hip-hop living. Speak truth on the track, never wrote lines. Just to put words together when I wrote mine. Profound poet, dig deep like a coal mine. Spit weak, never John Blaze like a ghost ride. Yeah, I'm sick with the pen stroke. Do think if they're married to the game, I'm blessed, y'all. Who got next on the mic? Nah, they've ever hear that shit that make their mind blow. If you's a fan of the MCing, put them hands in the air, let me see him. Here's a little jewel for your ears. Here's a little jewel for my peers. Dropping them jewels for the real. Here's a little jewel y'all can feel. Here's a little jewel for your ears. Drop a little jewels for my peers. Here's a little jewel for your ears. Here's a little jewel for my peers. Dropping them jewels for the real. Here's a little jewel y'all can feel. Here's a little jewel for your ears. Drop a little jewels for my peers.
I'm running away from the Lord my God.
Then what can we do to make your God stop this storm?
Throw me into the sea.
This is madness.
Throw me overboard.
The gods will punish us.
Do what I tell you. Do it.
Fluoride in your purified H2O. But I won't talk about that and being woke. I wanna live life and cherish every single moment. You never know when death is gonna call you, so I'm hoping that I could open up my mind and take the time to smell the rose in the grass, but my mind's too well aware of the unfair circumstance. So I dance with the devil when I take a chance. My mental is deluded, this paradise polluted. I had advice for the teachers, never lie to students, but they will get fired with no money to retire. Her hubby got some money, but he's busy fighting fires. So she stays home alone, cigarettes and lighters. Never getting any rest because the stress is higher. They hired maids, but the hubby tried to bang them. Walk inside the crib after work and found his wife hanging. And though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I'ma still do my best when I talk to death. Showing light to the blind so they know the ledge. You gotta wait a cup before you take your ass to bed. And though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I'ma still do my best when I talk to death. Showing light to the blind so they know the ledge. You gotta wait a cup before you take your ass to bed. Instead of the what and the why and the how, you must look, you must listen, no thinking aloud. Not like a slave where no thinking's allowed. Not like the caves when they converse with sound. It's modern day babble. Young cats are mumbling, drunk cats are guzzling. Some facts are troubling. Ayo, they hustling for papes, taking blood from the grapes. The love beats the hate, but it's too late to make a change in this world. It's too late to escape. Whatever happened to the hope and the faith? They putting up the screen, blowing smoke in your face. And though I walk through the valley of the shadow death, I'ma still do my best when I talk to death. Showing light to the blind so they know the ledge. You got to wait a cup before you take your ass to bed. And though I walk through the valley of the shadow death, I'ma still do my best when I talk to death. Showing light to the blind so they know the ledge. You got to wait a cup before you take your ass to bed.
But there is a reason that I wear the glasses of a blind man. For I have shut my eyes to the ugly sight of what the world has imposed upon me, and have opened them to the world that I can create. I see a world where the top priority of its people is to have fun, to work for happiness. I see communities working together for a common goal. Joy. I see schools teaching children subjects they're actually interested in learning, and encouraging play as much as any curriculum. I see community with design and pleasing aesthetics at every turn, and tearing down the walls of this rat's maze we stagger through on a daily basis. No, I refuse to accept the ugliness of this world. In the world I see, my eyes are clear, and they see nothing but beauty.
Cause all, niggas banging on the mailbox, like Hard Hands Barretto, Hard Hands Barretto, he's a Latin star now. He started out in the ghetto too, playing on garbage can stuff. Well, we used to bang on the mailbox, boom, bang, bang, and start rhyming, and that's how fly from all these niggas. He come out to the park with little DJ sets.
Yo, speed of battle cry, come through to vandalize. Fuck you and your fake fool, we passing by, pacify the walls. Rip pieces, set it off. Cause sometimes releasing anger's better than a talk. Newborn metaphors, shoot off your set of horns. Do him off the ship like Jack. Yo, is he coming back? Nah, never that. The karma he deserves to get. The heavy armor penetrate if he swerved the tech. Yeah, I am blessed with the best beats. Brutal Caesar on the beat, brutal beatings on the beat. From the pen to the sheet, from the sheet to the mic. From the mic to the speakers, I ignite. The mind with a gemstone, divine got the blessed poem. Rhyme to inject with the truth, cause it's less known. Next zone, next level, next prediction. Shit is dead serious, like serious condition. Cave mentality, slave for a salary. Engraved in the skin while we grin like we happily living this life full of robots that know not. That's why my hip-hop drops and blow spots. Know what? Can tell the time cause it's man-made. Sleep when I sleep, it's a shame. Try to keep my eyes open wide cause they wide shut. Open wide slice, cut a slice of the pie up. American pie where veterans die. Post-traumatic stress will forever supply. Depression to the soldiers that forever deny the jobs to excel. Going through this hell, they survive. They throwin' 3 G's and they tell them to fly. When they land on the street, they turn their head to the side.
They on the radio and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And that's what, us graffiti artists now, we trying to get up there, Still, we ain't getting nowhere, but we getting a little recognition now, you know what I'm saying? But we stopped writing, that's why, and it's like, we know our potential. We done got fame, kicked the game and all type things, it wasn't no thing, we just did it and got it over with,
If we all give up our evil ways,
30 days.
And our violent behavior,
20 days.
Maybe the Lord God will turn his fierce anger away from us, so that we shall not perish.
10 tomorrow. Today is Judgment Day, and you will all know the Lord God's terrible anger.
Lord God, forgive us.
The 37-year-old man was shot to death yesterday early morning outside of a convenience store where he sold CDs and DVDs. And the video we're about to show you was taken from inside a car.
Hot summer days, we start fights when we roll dice. My brother's on the corner sipping on a 40, right? He sees the cops on the block, so he starts to run. He tossed the gun in the sewer, but they still pursue ya. Criminal background, what's that sound? A pick shot around, hit my brother in the back, blow. My mom comes out the house screaming out loud, saying what the hell you bastards did to my child. Now the ambulance arrives, my bro so rise, you can see it in his eyes. Clothes all bloody, yo, I wish I had his gun with me. Can't do that and go to prison, though I gotta see. So I gotta maintain and grieve for the loss. I can't believe they get away with killing, swear to God. Feel like I gotta leave, maybe take my life, y'all. It's hard to deal with this life, yo, it's trife, God.
The video is very graphic and it is very disturbing, and you need to make sure there are no children in the room if you are going to watch this video in just a few moments. We're going to play this video only once in its entirety, unedited, because it is critical that you see these details for yourself. The details are what are going to be analyzed.
Cold winter days and in the sprays at the innocent. Is the false flags, the crip flags, the blood drips. Another brother dying, another mother crying. Another father suffers cause his son is holding iron. He know he got the fault, everybody got some flaws. Nobody's perfect, everyone is searching for the cause. Is there a purpose? Is the sun just a ball of fire? They argue about the shape of the earth, it never worked. I'm worrying about the shape of sin, we made it grim. Maybe in another life we might learn to treat it right. Over 7 billion people, good and evil. Found about the slave owners, told us we created equal. The child in the gutter, the hooker on the corner, talking to my brother when the cops rolled upon us.
So, why don't you take my life? I was your prophet, and I've been made to look a fool. It would be better for me if I were dead.
Are you right to be this angry?
Yes. Yes, I am. I shall sit here and wait until either judgment falls on Nineveh or until I die of shame.
It is a shocking underworld, one that we usually associate with faraway places like Thailand or Cambodia. But a recent FBI sting reminds us of the horrifying reality that is human trafficking here in the U.S., that it is a real and widespread problem here. The FBI says a raid in more than 70 cities led to the arrests of 150 pimps and the rescue of more.
New whip in the driveway, she's high maintenance. Sugar daddy on the arm, good life, ain't it? From the hood to the bird, she survived naked. It was good, cause at first all the guys wasted. They was thirsty for the juice of the fine patient. Doctors, lawyers, players, and assigned major. League hitters, no names, but some guy raped her. Got off scot-free, she was a blind waiter. Never seen, just serving with her eyes paper. Getting put aside abroad for some hour later. Laugh now, cry later, check the foul caper. Nose candy seem dandy till you down wager. Hand me down girl with the frown ate her. But he knew she just a teen that the crowd favor. Wealthy man with the means to impound taser. Now she lost in a dream while the clowns take her.
100 sexually exploited teenagers, some of them as young as 13 years old.
Frequently they're in social media sites, they're on street corners, they're in the casinos.
It's like a jungle sometimes, and yo, this shit wild. Yeah, yo, wanna knows with a pedophile. This ain't Jared type shit, these are billionaires. They might snatch you off the block in a limo there. Whole black tinted out for a new victim. Few kids going missing out on more riffing. Caught a district, caught a man, calls the president. They ain't worried about shit unless it's relevant. To the wars or the oil would apply for you. Check the plot, boy, you mad how the cops ignore you. Saw you putting up papers on the pole after. Payola from the dudes made a pole dancer. Now your little girl living up in Bangkok. It's a crazy world giving head to mad cops. The same cops that you called on the night of.
And when most of us think about the Super Bowl or the Final Four, we see it in a sports context. But you say there's a correlation between these high-profile sports events and a spike in sexual exploitation.
That's right. There is money flowing in and around those events, and we use those events to focus our energy and focus our intelligence and move closer and try to identify some of these young victims.
I want to bring in Asia Graves. She's a survivor of human trafficking and now works as an advocate for victims. Asia, thanks so much for being here. Do you think these arrests will do anything to slow down the problem of sexual exploitation and human trafficking in this country?
Actually, no. I don't think it's making a dent. But you have to go after the Johns who are buying sex because the demand side, like you mentioned the Super Bowl, more girls going to be sold at the Super Bowl than probably tickets, which is amazing because you think about each girl that's sold.
Yeah.
You feel sorry for a mere plant that you did not grow. A plant that grew up and withered away in just one day. A plant which cost you nothing. So, Jonah, shouldn't I feel sorry for a whole city of people? More than 120,000 of my creations who do not know right from wrong.
Thank you. Goodbye, Jonah.
Hmm?